Hey fellow targeted individuals, this is the Vulcan Wolverine, and I just wanted to make a quick video. I ate a spearmint snowball earlier, so my tongue is green, and my teeth are green, so please excuse that. But I was woken up earlier because my little enclosure kind of falls down sometimes, like the tape right there. Sometimes the heater will kind of make the tape fall off, so it fell down. And I woke and I smelled just sewage like all throughout my house, like in the place where I was sleeping. And then I walked around the corner and I just smelled this like huge sewage smell. So they're trying to like poison me, while I sleep. And I woke up to this, like the poison on the house. And I just want to ask, like, where do they get this poison? Like, who has access to poison that you can filter into people's houses? And like, how do they do that? Like, I'm gonna try and get a plumber to explain that to me, but I doubt they'll even know what I'm talking about. So if anybody has experience with this, let me know, because now I'm up, I'm gonna do some work. But I mean, this is ridiculous. This guy is like, and I walk to the edge of the house to the bathroom, to use the sink, and like I turned on my sinks and everything. And I can just hear him, and he's just like, I just want him out of here. And I mean, he knows he's like gonna follow me wherever I go. He's gonna follow me. So it's like he wants me out of here to go to the next stage. He doesn't want me out of the house and then it's over, and then he's got me out of the neighborhood. He wants to just bring me to that next stage of driving around and not having a place to go, so that he can follow me. He can get people to follow me, and he can remotely hit me in hotels. It's like, so this is like, he's like, yeah, I want him out of there so he can get me to the fun stage of chasing me around and really doing bizarre, weird crap. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm sleeping in my house. That's when they get me the most. They get me the most when I'm sleeping and I can't defend myself. And usually, like, I'll try and go to sleep, and that's when they'll try and hit me hardest, and I'll like feel almost a muscle spasm in my leg, and that's how I kind of that was one of the signs that I was being remote neural monitored, because they can kind of trigger things by what they're using. They can trigger pain in certain parts of your body just by sending signals to you. And it's like a pain in your leg that you just like, you got to move your leg. And they tend to only be able to do it, when I'm trying to go to sleep or when I'm sleeping. It's like when you're awake, I guess your defenses are up, and then when you're asleep, your brain is it's weaker. It's in a different state. It's in a state of rest. If anybody has that experience with remote neural monitoring, leave a comment or email me, and if you have a way to get rid of it, or to get through it or block it. I guess the aluminum, polyester, and all the other stuff, blocks that too. But he can like trigger. I mean, he can trigger like. He's either hitting my chest or he can trigger heart palpitations. Like, so, he can trigger basically anxiety attacks. By screwing with your, with the I guess the neurons in your brain. I don't know. I don't know how remote neural monitoring works. I know it works on microwaves. It really, you can send signals to a person, like, so that they have to use the bathroom, so they feel pain in their legs, so that their heart beats fast. So it's a technology that nobody should have. Nobody should have, because you can really hurt people with it. But that's all I want to say. I just was woken up by the sewage smell, and it seems like they have just an awful lot of poison these days, because they're not hitting me hard. I get in the enclosure and I'm safe. Pretty much the only thing that I hear a little bit of V2K on the edges of the house, but now they're not even hitting me. Like, I'll go to the bathroom, and they're not even hitting me with the directed beams because of the aluminum paint. Yeah, that's all I wanted to just know. I want to ask the question to anybody out there who has the poisoning aspect of the organized gang stalking, where do they get this stuff? Where do they get this stuff, and like how lethal is it? Does it just make you feel sick and stop up your nose? Can you get like a flu from it? Like I have a lot of questions about this poison stuff, and like I mean I know how you can keep clean, and you can take baths with Epsom salt, you know, to clean off. I'm probably going to get something different than hard alcohol to clear out the bacteria. I'm probably going to get something, you know, like that airborne, you know, the stuff you take on an airplane to not get other people's germs. But yeah, if anybody knows where they get that from, I mean, why would somebody make a poison that you could blow through pipes and hurt people with? I mean, who makes this stuff? And I mean, furthermore, who makes the microwave weapons? Why does Raytheon make those? Why, like, who for what? What are these microwave weapons made for? Like, what's their excuse for them? Like, just to use on criminals when you catch them, or to use them on criminals when you're chasing them? Like, I mean, this doesn't make sense. Like, what's the excuse? What's the legit excuse for making these weapons? If anybody knows that, also, I'll probably be doing some more of my own research to tell you guys. You know, I'll get some more information, because I know I'm just babbling kind of about my situation. Especially now I'm babbling because I just woke up. I just splashed some water in my hair, and I'm kind of, I don't know, I guess that poison does, it kind of makes me feel, you know, it kind of makes me feel sick. It stops up my nose. I try to get to it quick enough, but it's like they're sending poison in while I'm sleeping. You know, I'm sleeping in my bed, and they're sending in poison in the front, and it kind of seeps through, so it's like I can't tell that it's happening because I'm asleep, you know? I don't get these guys. You know, this is an ex-military guy, and he's using the most treacherous things I've ever heard of in my life. I mean, putting in poison through your pipes to poison you? Like, I mean, really? You know, and he knows, and he's just, like, I'll hear it very muffled, to where I have to really pay attention to what he's saying on the V2K, and I'm not sure if it's on a loop right now. But he'll just be like, I just want him out of here. Yeah, I just want him to get just at it. But he knows he's going to chase me, so he's like trying to get me to that next level. I guess what they try and do is, if you're living in a house, you know, they abuse you with the microwave weapons until you leave the house. Then they chase you around to hotels. I guess this is the program, what they're trying to do. They chase you around to hotels so you can't stay anywhere there. And so you don't go back to the house, and then you just live out on the street, and then they hit you there, and then you go to a mental institution. Or so I guess that's kind of their plan. And then when you get into the mental institution or jail, they get people in there to hit you until you get really hurt, and you can die. You know, I guess that's their whole plan. But this thing isn't just about, like, and I know it for certain. I could not leave this house and just it would be over. You know, that will not happen. So it's like I want to kind of figure out what the steps of his plan that he wants happening is. I think it's get me out of this house, chase me out of everywhere else, get me where I'm just driving around in my car, so that maybe I steal something, or you know, do a crime, and then the police can catch me, and then throw me in jail, and then he can get people in there to hurt me, and then eventually, you know, I'll go crazy, then go to a mental institution after jail, and then in the mental institution they can poison me and I can die. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's pretty much you know, what they want to do, I guess. I have no idea, but I know it's not getting me out of this house. Plus, this is my home. I'm a U.S. citizen. He's a terrorist. Using violence and poisoning the rest of the neighborhood, because I can't imagine the kind of poison they're pumping into my house. I can't imagine that not running off into even their own houses. So I think they're poisoning themselves while they poison me. But somebody get back to me on that. Like, where do they get this poison? And that's going to be the title of this video too. Where do they get this poison? It's going to be targeted individual. Where do they get this poison? Like, and where do they get these microwave weapons? Which, do the police have these microwave weapons? Do firemen have these microwave weapons? Do ex-military? I mean, where do they get them? Like, I mean, can we get them? Could I get a microwave weapon? Because I sure would like a microwave weapon to shoot back at them. You know what I'm saying? Or something to, I guess, I mean, you can't really, I mean, two wrongs don't make a right. But man, I mean, if he can get, I want to see if I could get one. You know, how easy it is to get a microwave weapon. Because then it's like we can all just get microwave weapons and just be shooting them at each other, you know, behind our walls and not being able to prove it. And you just have a society of just people with, you know, artificial cancer being made, you know, just we'll all get tumors and be shooting microwave weapons at each other. Yay, you know. All right, well, I'm running a little bit long. I just woke up, so I'm sorry about the rambling. But yeah, hey, yeah, if somebody does know that, and I'm serious about that, like how to get a microwave weapon that you can fight back with these guys or something like that, let me know about that too. Email me at vulcanwolverine@gmail.com. And I'll do some research on this side about the stuff that I'm asking y'all about, so that maybe I can do later videos explaining where they get this stuff, what it is exactly. I know that the toxins that they put in through the pipes aren't lethal. You know, they don't kill you. But I've heard that, you know, sometimes they'll come in your house. And that's one thing about my situation that I'm not sure of. I don't think they come into my house, but they have a key to my car. And sometimes I'll walk in, like I'll walk into the house and I'll have the key to my car in my hand and I'm not pressing any buttons or anything, and they'll click it. They'll click it to show me that they have, you know, a key to my car. It's an electronic key. And I'm pretty sure when this first started in the apartment complex, that the old guy who started it, he's the one who made a key. He gave it to these guys, you know, when I moved over here, because they came and like got this guy involved living by me, and he started participating in it, and now he's the one controlling it instead of the guys at the apartment. But they started it, you know. They started all the gang stalking up. I don't know how easy it is to get a key to a house. Like, I mean, you'd have to have my key and then make a key from my key, unless they knew locksmiths who could make a key, or they got in touch with some real estate agent who would, you know, give them the key illegally. But I've never experienced, like, sometimes, like, I'll come in and something will seem like it's out of place, but I've never, they haven't, if they have come in, they've never done anything, you know, in here. And I think the consultant that I talked to in California, that's a big problem for her, is they'll poison her food. They'll poison her food, and they'll poison, like, the toilet seat. You know, they'll actually come into her house and lay poison down. So I don't think they're doing that to me. They might be, but no. I think I'm just dealing with the poison blowing in through the pipes. I just like to know how they do that, and where do they get this poison? That's the title for this video. I love you guys, and more to come. Hopefully more goodness, you know, more of them stopping, and I can tell y'all, like, oh, they stopped because of this or that. But I don't know. I doubt it. This guy's, I don't know how long he's going to do this. We could just go on for years and years. And that's one thing that's scary. I've heard some testimonies where the people are like, oh, well, it does end. You know, it was my ex-wife, and she was a witch in this cult, and, you know, they did it to me for 5 years, and then it ended. So just stay strong. You know, the funding will dry up if there is funding for it. And then I talked to my consultant in California, and she's like, well, I've been going through this for 20 years, you know, this will be the 20th year, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't want to do this for 20 years. Like, this is horrible. Like, and I really do. I want to move away from him and get away from him. I would pay the money to, we'd get this house sold, and then I would move to another state, but the network there would get me. The network, he has a network set up with police in this area, I'm pretty sure. So it's like, and then he'd hit me remotely. So it's like I can't go anywhere. And I just don't want to be sitting here for 10 years. I really do hope there's some funding involved, like some money or something that he has to use to do this, and it can just run out. I can just withstand him until the money runs out. Like, I pray for that. But anyway, I digress. I always digress. I do that a lot. Where do they get this poison? Somebody help me on that one. I'm gonna check it on my end. Love you guys. God bless. And I'll be making a lot more videos because I'm kind of just gonna. This is gonna be kind of a journal. Just I'll tell you kind of everything that's going on with me and my gang stalkers, and that's the good thing I'll do. I'll just try and turn this like living hell into something that can help somebody else. And I guess that's all any of us can do. We can pray for our miracle, but in the meantime, try and be somebody else's miracle. And that's a good message. That's Nick. I forget his last name, but he's the guy with no arms and no legs. And he says that. He says if you can't get your miracle, be a miracle for somebody else. So please do that. Like, pass on kindness, and you'll get it back. You'll get it back tenfold. And this stuff won't last forever, because pretty soon people will understand the technology, and these guys won't be able to get away with it in the shadows. So love you guys. God bless, and more videos to come. It is like 4 in the morning, so I'm gonna do a little bit more work, and then I'm gonna conk out. All right, love you guys. Bye.